Hi, I'm Thomas Yong. I'm visually impaired. This year I'm 66 years old. I'm retired and currently I work part-time at Dialogue in the Dark. I grew up as a sighted person. I became blind only when I was 22 years old while working in the army after a bomb accident. So it was a terrible time. I was in 1976. I was then a technician working in the army. So while testing some explosive device, holding it in front of my face with both my hands, it exploded. A metal fragment penetrated my eye and I became blind instantly. Until today, I believe there might still be a metal fragment of my eye. So it was a sudden shock to me, so sudden that I didn't expect to be blind in such a terrible state. But nevertheless, after staying in the hospital for 6 months, underwent a few eye operations. The eye doctor told me I have to be very realistic to understand the fact that they would not be able to help me to regain my eyesight. It was a tough calling for me, but ultimately I managed to take the challenge and stand up and face the reality of life that I'm now a blind person. I told myself I got to get back on my feet. I got to reskill myself, learn new things, new ways of reading, new ways of moving around, having to carry a white cane. But ultimately I prevailed and I live happily, and the disability didn't affect me significantly. So after I discharged from hospital, I went to the school for the blind. I learned Braille, I learned typing, I learned many skills where it helps me to use my hand to have good dexterity on the use of my fingers. And then after 6 months of training, I went back to work in the army as a telephone operator. Initially it was tough, but I persevered. 1 week later, my immediate boss told me, Thomas, we will employ you because every day you are getting better. And from then on, I keep on learning new skill, good communication skill, learn good interpersonal skill. I continue to work in the army until I reached 60 years old. Being blind didn't spell the end of my career. Later on, when I work as a clerk, they provided me with a computer that has a screen reader that talks to me. With technology, I was able to write email. It makes my life working in the army so much more simpler. I came to work in Dialogue Dark after I retired from the army. Personally, I feel that I got many experience as a blind person where I can share to those sighted people how I cope with blindness, how I managed to overcome, and how I learned to live as a blind person. And I hope that through my testimony, people hearing my story will get encouraged and be touched and become stronger in their life. Presently, because of COVID-19, I quite relaxed. Most of the time I stay at home. So what I did is that I go back into doing things that I wasn't able to do in the past when I was very busy. So I fixed up my chessboard. The good thing is that the white pieces and black pieces, when I touch it will not topple off. Then I can feel that the black square are higher than the white square. At the same time, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I will hear those tutorials about chess games, what are the latest gossip about chess games. This got me very excited because after layoff from playing competitively, I realized that so many new things have popped up in the chess world. So it was a new learning curve for me. In the past when I was young, I liked swimming. So after I retired from swimming, I hit 40 years old. So a few of my blind friends, they asked me, hey Thomas, last time you sighted days, you know the bowl? I said, yes. Then they said they need a totally blind bowler to form a team. So as a result, I was routed into the bowling team, and that's how I started to bowl. I have to use a guide rail. It's a 12 feet long guide rail where it's mounted in line with the left gutter. So I just stand next to the guide rail, then push the ball forward and take 4 steps and then throw the ball down the lane. The greatest lesson I learned from bowling is that whatever disability you have, there's always another way to get the job done. Initially, when I throw the ball, every ball went down the gutter. But then I persevere. I told myself, don't worry, give me time. So I keep on practicing. I believe that whatever we want to do, we just have to put our best foot forward and keep on doing. We can only get better. At the moment, my goal in life is that I enjoy my retirement years. So, apart from working in the Dark and playing 10-pin bowling, I also enjoy my family life. When my grandson come and stay with us, I will play with him. And really, truly, it is a feeling of a fulfillment of someone that has reached a level of becoming a grandfather. Family forms the fabric of my lifestyle because without a family, I can't imagine if I'm alone, life is so boring. Okay, I'm Thomas Young, and I believe that blindness is not a disability so severe that my life comes to a standstill. Nothing is impossible. Today we can't solve the problem, tomorrow we can't solve the problem, but 1 week later we might find the answer.